previous issue, you had said that I talked to my wife a certain way.
That's right.
You know, and she laughed hysterically when she watched it.
She beats him.
Well, but it's requested, so.
Shit.
Well, you don't really request that kind of stuff. You just, you know, act badly and then get punished.
Well,
you know what I am talking about, don't you?
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you like the whips.
Oh my God.
You like the spankings.
I was thinking.
You like the poop playing.
Stingray.
Yeah, you can incorporate your fingers if you're a good
Jesus. Boy. I'm not doing more fingers. I'm not doing it anymore. I'm just going to do this from here on out. And that's it.
You know, but that reputation's getting you away from the promo reputation.
Nah, ha 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 ha. There's an asshole that came back. There he is.
I can't remember because we were stacked up with episodes for a bit. Did we talk about episode 9 or have we already recorded that before the incident on the road?
Oh God.
Okay, so I want to tell this if you don't mind.
Go ahead, get it out there.
At least from my perspective.
Get it out there.
So when I was the biggest asshole in the world and I made Ken read a very, very embarrassing promo that's still haunting him somewhat. I guess his coworker or one of his coworkers had made a comment the next morning, and
they said, "Hey, small penis, how you doing?" And I was just like, "I'm at work." I mean, yeah.
So,
thank you, Haywood.
and I guess there was some doubt as to whether we're like this outside of the podcast. And I'm driving home from work the other day, and I work about 60 miles away from my house, and I'm driving up the road, and I guess it was 3 lanes at that time, and I go out on the left lane, and I pass this truck and never thought twice about it, and get in front and head on down. It cuts down to 2 lanes, and I get up to an intersection. I'm like 3 cars from the light, and there's 2 lanes. Then there's a strip, like that's got the stripe part in it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then 2 more lanes for a left turn. And this big truck comes pulling up beside my car, and the door opens, and I look over and see Ken, and he leans out and he goes, "Hey, don't you ever cut me off?" And I looked at him and went, "Don't you have a small penis?" And he goes, "Fuck you." And he slams the door and drives away. And I'm crying in my car. I'm like, it's fucking killing me. And he was with you at the time, right?
Well, that guy just named, he wasn't with me. He was on a different route. Now, this other guy who was with me, he actually is subscribed to the show and he watches.
Because you saw me pass you.
Yeah.
And you knew it was me.
Yeah, I was sitting there, I was just talking to him, and it's just crazy. I was just talking to him. I was like, man, I go up this way, and this is where we like do the show at. And he was like, "Man, really?" I was like, "Yeah, man." I said, "Yeah, man, my buddy lives up here." And all of a sudden, there's his car who just cuts me off right in front. I'm like, Jesus Christ. And I was like, "Dude, it's him." He's like, "No way." So I go pull up on the side. And pretty much what he said, how I did it was actually how it happened. And he's, and the guy who was inside right with me, he was dying laughing. He was like, "Y'all really like this?" I was like, "Yes." I was like, there's no scripted, there's nothing. This is how we are.
This is it.
And because you told the story, I owe you a fuck you, asshole. There you go. I owe that to you, that was, but it was just, this is crazy how that happened. I was just, I was talking word for word, and all of a sudden you just, I was like, what the fuck?
And then I found out when I got home that you had actually sent me a voice message before you had actually pulled up.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Saying
Yeah.
the same thing. Don't you ever cut me off?
Yeah, I think just swerve in front of him, just like it was nothing. And it's just sitting there, I pull up on him. He's sitting there with just cigarette, just.
You know, I did think about you when I passed the truck, but the odds that it was you was like overwhelming.
I'm fucking amazed myself.
I just didn't even think that it would be you. I just saw the truck and, Ken drives one of those.
Yeah.
Didn't even look.
And like once again, this proves how much Carlin is an asshole. He cuts people off. That's what he does.
I am not the best driver. I will tell you, I am a very skilled driver with almost zero patience.
You're skilled at cutting people off.
And I think I'm gonna at least say that it's because I have to exhaust so much patience at work that when I get on the road, I am a fucking maniac. Like
Maniac. Oh God. Oh God.
But yeah, so I'm that dude that'll I'll be riding and you're in the fast lane and you're not passing anybody and there's nobody in fucking front of you. What the fuck are you doing up there, you fucking cocksucker? And that's basically my drive home.
Yeah, that's not only that, but the way you said the cocksucker and everything was a representation of how white people are in traffic.
Why is it gotta be?
Because the way you said cocksucker, that's just the way you said it. It's so movie-like. In the movie, they do it like that. You cocksucker! It's funny. I just had to point it out.
I was being stereotypical.
No, you just.
I'm so ashamed.
I know, but it was just the way you said it. And you're gonna watch a movie. Watch one from the 80s, preferably. Mm-hmm. In the early 90s.
We watched Weekend at Bernie's recently.
Oh, that was my shit. Man, that dude was great.
That movie is so implausible.
Hey, now, you know what? It's a great movie, but it's some bullshit. If I was working on the freaking set, I'd have been pissed because the whole time this man made more money than them, and all they had to do was carry his fucking ass around and play dead. That is some bullshit. You give me all these lines and his ass sits there just.
Yep.
That's all he fucking did. And then in part 2 was some bullshit too. Hey,
how did they even have a part 2?
But it worked.
Was he not decomposing at that point?
It worked because when they heard the music, Bernie just. And he get up. And you know in the NBA, right, when they do when they score and they do like this and they lean back and stuff, they're mimicking Bernie.
Are they really?
That's what it really comes from.
Holy shit.
Yeah, but Weekend at Bernie's, that was my shit. The second one was my shit. But the fact of it is, we need to point out the fact of, y'all owe my man, what's his name? McCartney? Well, I can't think of his name. Andrew McCartney. You owe him some more fucking money. Because the fact of it is,
he carried that movie.
He carried him around. He carried
that movie.
He carried him around and carried the star around. And the star he did was just ain't do shit. Mm-hmm. But the dude who played Bernie, I liked him. I liked him when he was in the Mannequin 2. He was great. He was great in that too. Yeah, he was like Count something in there. And it's like, yeah, that's right, people. I watch a lot of movies. I watched that shit. It was great. You know, the first one was way better. But
the
first one was
Mannequin?
the shit. And then the song.
Now,
that,
who was the girl in that? She was what's her name?
Kim Cattrall.
Kim Cattrall.
Yeah. The first one had the nothing's gonna stop us now. Mm-hmm. Like my sister told me, she's like, if you ever get married, I'm gonna hold up a stereo and then be right there playing that shit. And I was just like, you are. And she looked at me and she blinked like this twice. I said, you gonna fucking do it. Yeah, she'll be there just, all that I need is you. That's right. And, I might turn around, you're all that I want to do. Because like I said, I listen to a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do. I'm fucking nuts.
Hi.
Okay, I'm done. All right, I gotta get that out. Yeah.
Wow.